Welcome into a special edition of the Casual Chaos podcast. I'm your host, Jay Asht, and I'm here as always with Jeff and Bubba on a Tuesday at 7:57 before Thanksgiving. What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
How you doing, Bubba?
I'm doing great. How you guys doing?
Yeah, can't complain. Got some good hoops on, so no football tonight, but at least there's some basketball to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing the podcast is like muscle memory. You know, just get on camera and chop it up a little bit.
Yeah,
we're gonna be okay. It's actually nice. You know, Tuesday coming off of Monday Night Football and Sunday, we get to actually talk about last week's games in near real time.
Yeah,
so we won't do any Stephen A. Smith antics tonight, but we'll try to get some good fervor in there. I haven't used that word in a long time, so
fervor. I like it.
Yeah. So if you're feeling fervorous, follow us at all the socials at Casual Chaos Live. The socials, so you can hit them up there. We want to give a shout out to Glory Days here in Tampa, Florida. Sports Grill. We were up there this past Sunday for our live show. Had another fantastic time. Thanks to Georgia helping us out in our little private room there, and everybody on staff, and just keeping that place popping. So we're going to be up there again this coming Sunday. Everybody's going to be a little full after Thanksgiving, but you're never too full to roll in and get some boneless wings, or maybe some just nice tasty wings. Cold bear. Enjoy the Sunday with the Casual Chaos crew.
Nice.
So let's deviate a little bit here because it is a Tuesday. So instead of going right into talking tickets, let's just get right into some fresh off the weekend football. We had the Niners. Brock Purdy looked like he was throwing a game last night.
Yeah, he did.
Couple what are you doing throws, but Niners won, covered a 7 at home, which was nice to see. The Panthers look like the Panthers used to look, which is not great. Not like they're competing for an NFC South title. What you guys think of the game last night, or just overall on Sunday?
Well, I'll say this: that did help the Bucs. I mean, if they win that game, it's they're in the running for it. So the fact that they lost last night after a shitty showing by the Buccaneers on Sunday night, that just took a little bit of salt out of the wound for the Bucs fans all around town. But yeah, that game last night was like, what was it, 4 or 5 picks in the first fucking quarter or first half? It was ridiculous.
It was ugly.
Speaking of Tampa, I'm looking at their schedule. I mean, this is the first I've actually looked at it in a while. Holy crap, it's easy going down the stretch here.
It gets easier. Yeah, it gets easier.
I mean, they got the Cardinals, they got the Saints, they got the Falcons, who are all beat up, so they're not even close to who they were a few weeks ago.
Panthers then they played twice.
Yeah, they got the Panthers twice, right? And then they got the Dolphins. So, I mean, other than those two Panthers games, and maybe that last game of the season against the Panthers might not even matter, So
right.
Now, I mean, obviously the problem with them is Baker. I mean, if Baker's not healthy, then that's a huge issue. But they're certainly playing the right schedule,
and the fact that they won 6, at the first half of the year, they won those, first 6 out of 7 games or 8 games. That helps a lot,
Yep.
Yeah, they're playing with house money for a little bit, and potentially the year from hell season with all the injuries. But it was, get through the gauntlet that they just came through, get to Arizona at home, and to your point, Jeff, it would have been kind of easy sledding if everybody was healthy.
Yeah.
But everybody's not healthy. I mean, Bucky's supposed to be coming back this week, which would be great. But Baker potentially out, could be out for the rest of the season, depending on what that shoulder looks like. I mean, I know the MRI came back negative, and it's just an AC joint sprain. But Tyler pointed out earlier, it's the same thing he had in Cleveland, which kind of fucked him up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, hopefully they get some serviceable play, but that game was over before Baker got hurt. It didn't help that he got hurt. But that looked like, oh shit, just get them out of here without any more injuries, and losing Baker really, really hurt.
Yeah. So that was unfortunate.
So just looking at the rest of week 12, a big win for the Chiefs, obviously, big comeback win for them.
Mm-hmm.
Big win for the Bears over the Steelers. I mean, that's a good W for them. Again,
yeah, they look good, man. They look good.
They're still fighting for their own division title. So, what else you got? Seahawks. Packers.
The Rams just might be the best team in football, by the way.
Well, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. So, Sorry, go ahead. Oh, and a huge, obviously, huge one for the Cowboys. I'm still not sure how that happened exactly, but they get the W. So come back from 21-0. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Well, you could thank the offensive coordinator for the Eagles, who's inept.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just this. They were lighting them up in the first half, and I don't know if they took their foot off the gas or what happened, but the Dallas defense did play pretty well in the second half. They were running all over the place, but it just didn't look like Philly wanted to move the ball, really.
Yeah.
So, but Tyler, your point with the Rams, I mean, you could argue the best team in football is in the NFC West, and it could be one of three teams, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, if the Niners had Fred Warner and any more of their defensive players back, it'd be a different conversation. But I mean, I'm just looking against the number right now. The Rams are 8-3 against the number. Seattle's 8-3 against the number, and the Niners are 7-5 against the number. And we obviously know their records in real life are excellent as well. So,
right.
I did say all four teams were going to the playoffs in that division before the season. And then the Cardinals turned into the Cardinals. So we'll see how that finishes out. But the Bears also 7-4 against the number, Jeff.
Yeah, I've kind of ridden them a lot in our underdog and locks picks. I've kind of been riding Caleb in the Bears.
Yeah. You got W's the past 2 weeks with them. So
yeah. There's something to be said for guys that follow numbers in gambling.
Yeah.
It's well played. So, yeah, I don't know. Sunday, the 1:00 games we were watching, there was a lot of meh going on. There was some excitement just because we hit a couple prop bets and things along those lines. But the games themselves, like the Green Bay Vikings game, was a dud. JJ McCarthy, they said he has a concussion. It's really the team and the coaches have concussions watching him play football. So I doubt we're going to see him this week in Seattle.
Yeah, Lions Giants was a fun one. Lions Giants was a good one.
Yeah, Jameis is electric. It's something we all knew already. Jameis is.
And you also saw Jahmyr Gibbs go for 300 and something yards or 200 yards. Sorry, I apologize.
He almost had 300 all-purpose yards.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it even in the time, and I sent you guys a text after. He had 10 catches. He had 200 rushing yards and 10 catches.
There's no way that's
crazy.
A lot. That's
no, there's only one other time.
Actually.
LT.
Yeah, he had 11.
Yeah.
If we're going to be,
LaDainian Tomlinson's the only other guy to do it. It's probably the year that he was
That's
crazy.
Pretty good company.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
pretty good company.
I'm pretty sure before the game there was signs outside that said "Free Jahmyr Gibbs." So
it
happened.
Maybe that's why Dan Campbell stepped in. He's like, "You're giving the ball to the wrong guy."
Well, he did it. And to be fair to the OC before, Dan Campbell did it last week too, and 2 weeks ago. This was like Gibbs' best game. He scored touchdowns. So, like, if you have him on fantasy, he can maybe bail you out. But yardage.
Yeah. What did he get you on fantasy?
A couple games?
60 points or something?
Oh, yeah.
So, in one league where it's a heavy bonus, you get bonuses for going over 100 yards, but you also get bonuses for long touchdowns. He had 63 points.
Jesus, dude.
I think he had similar in our league, too. It's crazy,
and in a non-bonus league, he still had 47 points for me.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It was a bad day to have Montgomery props. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think I had that.
and Jameis was involved in two of the best plays of the year.
He's just so much fun, man. He's so much fun. He needs to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. Some of these teams are a fucking joke, absolute joke. Give him a shot. At least you're gonna. People are gonna watch you. They're gonna talk about you.
Bro.
Like it's a joke, man. Some of these teams, like unless they're just okay with just losing, which not that he's gonna win you a bunch of games. Like you're still gonna get a top 15 pick. Like you're gonna be in the top half of the draft.
How much are the Giants paying him? Is it a lot?
No,
like 4 or 5 million. Nothing crazy.
Yeah,
2.1, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Steal.
It's like any other team could have that. Yeah, exactly. Like that's
listen. Think about what's going on in Arizona, right? I mean. There's a chance that they move on.
Kyler Murray's done. He's done.
Right. But
they're playing Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, he might be the starter next year.
Yeah, it's almost like obviously you've got the elites, Mahomes, Allen, like you got those guys, but like it's almost like kind of like the importance of the position. Obviously, we know it's the most important position on the field, but like sometimes you just need like an average guy there. You don't need a fucking if you can build around him on a defense, you can build weapons and they're gonna make mistakes, but I don't know, man. You gotta.
It's not hyperbole. I would rather pay Jameis $2 to $5 million than pay Tua $55 million.
Absolutely.
Oh, of course. I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know. I don't want to pay Blondie from Jacksonville $50 million.
No. Yeah. That's my point. It's like our NFL team's going to be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to start, holding some money back from these guys or making them earn it, because they won't do it. I'm just saying.
They can't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Lawrence has just he throws some good balls, but he's good for 2 picks a game, pretty much. Like, it's like, what are we doing? That's Jameis, by the way. That is Jameis. It's better. It's Jameis with better PR, because that's what Jameis does. Like, he throws some good balls. We saw it in that whole game. We watched pretty much the whole game. He threw some great. They should have won that game. I mean, they should have kicked the field goal, gone up 6. They should have won that game. And the Lions would have been in a real tough spot right now. They probably would still make the playoffs. But, man, the big thing from Sunday, I saw it. J.J. McCarthy's a problem. He's not good at the football. There's only one guy. I saw a stat that there's only one guy in their first so many games with a worse passer rating or completions or like the total QBR kind of thing. Out of 855 guys, there's one guy worse. His name's Jamarcus Russell. So that's who he's next to. It's bad. I don't know what they're going to do. And they moved on from a guy that's probably in the top 300 in that with Sam Darnold. Not that Sam Darnold's a world beater. But they literally just said, hey, you can go wherever you want. We're going to ride it out with the guy who didn't throw the ball in college.
Right.
Somebody put up the stat that if he actually snapped the ball on every attempt he dropped back for, if he just spiked the ball, he would have had a higher completion percent or QBR than he actually did for the game.
Yeah, dude, he's bad, man. And it doesn't even like Trevor Lawrence and Tua, there's glimpses of oh, that was a good drive, or he put the ball in where it needs to be, or he did some. It just nothing looks good. It doesn't. He looks nervous, scared, not ready for the moment. It's bad, man. It's bad.
Well, I'm not defending him, but I mean he has only played 7 NFL games or something like that. So, how quickly do you give up on him? I guess we're gonna find out.
They were a playoff team last year.
I know I'm not saying, but not with him. I mean, he wasn't playing.
I know. That's kind of my point.
So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be shocked if they gave up on him, but I wouldn't be shocked if they tried to.
Yeah, you got to ride it out. You got to ride it out for a little longer. I'm just saying there's a big problem there in Minnesota. If I was the coaching staff, but I'm looking to draft somebody.
The problem with riding it out, I'm not saying that this will be the case, but is you're going to lose maybe a coach who's not deserving to be lost. You're going to lose an OC. You're going to lose a.
Oh, they won't get rid of that coach.
I'm not a coach. But I'm just saying you're going to lose not the head coach, but coaching staff because of a guy like him. Let's bring in a new OC. Let's bring in a new quarterback coach. Let's bring in and I don't necessarily think that's the fucking problem. Yeah.
Sadly for him, I think everyone in the building kind of knows it's on him. So
right.
I don't know why they drafted him.
How about Shador? I'll bring it up. Nobody wants to bring it up.
Yeah.
There's nothing to bring up.
Yeah.
They're a great.
No, let's bring
Jason,
up the fact that
he threw a 70-yard touchdown pass.
Yes.
It's just a fact.
And the ball actually went. It didn't go forward.
It was almost.
No, it was one of those.
It
was like the Steelers game. It was was it a forward pass or lateral? Exactly.
I do want to stick up for my prop. They had golden opportunities for him to run the ball in, and they took him out in both possessions inside the 5.
The quarterback ran the ball, ran the ball in.
Yeah, they just went wildcat and just took him out of the game. So it wasn't even like he was on the field for a potential touchdown.
I mean, that just goes back to he's not a good athlete, right? So
correct.
Normally he would absolutely be taking those snaps and running that ball, but they don't trust him to do it.
Well, just hand it off. Give him the option.
Yeah. Without the 66-yard touchdown, he had 135 yards.
It wasn't great. He talked like he threw for 360.
Yeah, his one interception was probably the worst throw that I've ever seen. He threw it directly to.
It wasn't great. We'll see. He's going to get more chances now.
For sure. Yeah, he'll be the starter going.
We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens.
We'll
played an awful team.
We'll see what the weather is. We'll see what the weather is this week because Myles Garrett's going to need one hell of a game to shut down that offense right now. So we'll see what happens when the Niners come to town. That number's only 5 too. It's a little.
He got Chip Kelly fired, or I guess Chip Kelly got himself fired. But
the Raiders are a dumpster fire. The Raiders are an atrocious football team. Atrocious.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Did you? Kelly was the highest paid assistant in the NFL this year.
I was just getting ready to bring that up. I should know this, or it's probably easily accessible information. But when it comes to them firing like a guy like that, Chip Kelly, does he get any sort of buyout or anything like that? Is that, or he just doesn't get fucking paid next week? Like that's
No, I think his contract is guaranteed.
Okay.
But he'll go get another job. He'll probably go to coach somewhere in college. There's a lot of college jobs open. He might go back there. He'll get another job.
He's not young either. I mean, he just may hang. All these guys that like in their early 60s. I mean, they just might be like, fuck college.
Shit.
Man.
Pete Carroll's fucking almost 80.
Well, I understand that, but how did this year go for him?
Yeah, no, it's not good. Yeah, he could be on a beach fucking drinking margaritas, and he's not. He's at the worst team in almost the worst team in football. So
it probably is the worst team in football.
It's bad.
I mean,
it's bad. Like Tennessee's bad, but like Tennessee hung tight with Seattle this past week. Like shockingly, like they covered the spread. Like it wasn't like really a close game, but it was kind of a close game. Like you can see a little hope in Tennessee, not much. But you can see a little hope in Tennessee. There ain't nothing going on in Las Vegas.
Yeah. No, Tennessee's been somewhat competitive. I mean, they're not winning the games, but they've
one
been
win. But exactly. They're hanging in once they got rid of the coach, of course.
Yeah.
Well, somehow the Raiders are 4-7 against the spread. They're in the bottom quadrant with the Chargers are 4-6-1 against the number. The Bengals are 4-7 without a quarterback. Green Bay's 4-7. Everybody's Super Bowl darling. I just mentioned the Raiders. Minnesota's 4-7. The Ravens are 4-7. And then New Orleans and Washington are both 3-8 against the spread. So not good.
No,
not good. Not good.
Not good. All right. Well, let's shift gears.
Are we done talking NFL, or can I say what I want to say about the Colts division?
Go ahead.
No. I just think that division, as dominant as the Colts have been, is still up for grabs, and I really, really do think that they have the hardest schedule of the three teams remaining. They play the Seahawks and they play the 49ers, and I think the Texans and Jags don't play a heavy schedule to end the season, but they all play each other twice. So it's gonna be a fucking interesting end to that season. As dominant as they have been, can they hang in there and pull it out? Kind of a shitty loss for them, right? They didn't score any points in the second half against the Chiefs. Whose defense is okay, I don't know if they're dominant enough to hold that offense, but they did. So I don't think that division's a runaway. I think that's up for grabs for sure.
Well, I think if you've been listening to this podcast the last couple of weeks, I've never wavered from Houston still going to win that division.
Yeah, you Jags are in second right now, and their schedule is probably the easiest. I think they play the Jets and I forget the other team, but the Texans are the ones that scare me because they played. I look back at their schedule. They played the Rams tough. They played a lot of good teams tough, and including the Bucs when they were good. Not anymore, but. Yeah, it's just I wanted to get that out because I started looking at the schedule. I started looking at the remaining schedule, and the Texans look fucking good. They just beat the Bills. That division's interesting.
The defense is legit.
What are the odds on that? Do we know what the odds are on?
They're probably all pretty tight, I would say. I mean, because they're not running away with it, really. I mean, this week will be a big game. You got Texans Colts this week. I mean, that's a huge game for both of them. If the Texans win that, the odds are going to swing probably into their favor almost. And if the Colts go up, they'll be up 3 games on them if they win that game. So it'll almost not put it out of reach, but need the Colts to collapse. They'll need the Colts to collapse.
I think you're right. I mean, if the Texans don't win this week, I think the division's bye-bye. So
because then the Texans play the Chiefs the next week. So that's a big game right away.
Plus 750.
Yeah, plus 750 to win the.
That's
to win the
tasty.
Division.
I like it when you talk that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, Colts are minus 220. Jags are plus 280.
Yeah, that's an interesting play there.
Ravens are still minus 390.
Well, they're
tied for the division.
It looks like. I mean, they probably will. Yeah.
Well, I would venture to guess if you play futures, you probably had the Ravens before the season at a much more favorable number. Weren't they minus 160?
I don't
Something
remember.
like that. Something like that. It was
even maybe
160, 180,
lower.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you wouldn't be firing on them now at minus 390 to win that.
No, you'd be picking another team. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think if the Texans beat the Colts this weekend, if they can pull out a W, you'll see that plus 750 go down to plus 300, plus 200 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll see the Colts go down to 150, almost even money.
So the Ravens still have to play the Patriots. That's at home, and then at Green Bay, and they still have 2 against the Steelers. Who those games are always quite.
Yeah, that could split that. They could split that.
So we'll see. See what happens.
Yeah, Jeff, you brought it up about our future bets and preseason bets, and it as much as it doesn't look good right now for what kind of we picked, and Jay's got some in a good spot with a few of his, but it's the season, as crazy as it's been, is just not over yet. There's a lot of people that are still,
Well, yeah, but a lot of our picks got killed by injuries. I mean,
for sure.
A lot of us had Burrow. A lot of us had Chase. A lot of us had, even Baker. I mean, Baker's been beat up for a few weeks now, so he went from his number is sort of tanked over the past few weeks.
Yeah. Yep. But
anyway, staying on that topic, I'm looking at the rookie of the year numbers right now, offensive in particular.
Yeah.
Somebody explain to me why Ted McMillan's the favorite.
I can't. I can't explain it.
Guess has he played every game? That would be.
Well,
the only legit,
I get it. He's got 783 yards now. To Ibuka's 749. But I mean,
how many touchdowns does he have? Doesn't Ibuka have 6 or 7 touchdowns?
I can get you that number.
Probably around there because he had 2 or 3 after the first 2 weeks.
Ibuka has 6. McMillan has 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jackson,
because he's been there and played every game.
Right. Jackson Dart at plus 300. That's a stupid number.
He's only played 4 games.
Right.
Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. There really hasn't just been anybody. I mean, Cam Ward should raise his hand and be like, "Hey, at least I've played every game," and I'm like, "We have 1 win, but why not? Why am I not in there?"
I mean, the one is, where's Warren at that? I mean, he should be in the top 3.
So he's plus 600, number 4.
Yeah.
He should be. Is there a defensive guy that's fucking stood out? I mean, Jesus Christ, we give it to somebody else.
Well, they have a defensive, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So.
Oh, they do. Yeah, it's its own category.
Yeah,
its own category. So
those numbers are wonky. And even Genty's had an okay year, not crazy, but he's run the ball well. Throw it on Shador, plus 25,000. Him ball out the next for real. You don't think the NFL would love to give it to him?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if the NFL would love to give it to him.
Oh, the amount that they tweeted and put his videos on their social pages.
Yeah,
they wouldn't hate it. They wouldn't hate it.
All right, let's calm down. This is getting a little.
I'm not saying he's good enough. I'm just saying I just know what these idiots will do. Is all I'm saying.
Well, don't forget they don't. I mean, it's voted on by the
that'll
media
help
anyway.
That'll help because they don't.
You think? Yeah,
they don't like him. Yeah.
So Tennessee with a nice win against Houston, college basketball.
Yeah. Upset.
Yeah.
There you go.
Houston has the same problem they always have. They don't have anybody that can take over a game in the last 5 minutes or handle the ball.
Yeah.
So Q's came back on them last night. I was texting you. It was a good finish, but Q's had no business staying in that game, and Houston just has no go-to guy. Let's just leave it at that.
So do we want to pivot real quick to college football?
Yeah, sure. I mean the games were pretty boring this past weekend. At least from a matter standpoint, SEC was on their annual let's play Division I AA schools.
I mean the only real game was the Oregon USC game. Which is a Big Ten game, which still blows my mind. But
right.
The rankings just came out too for it.
Nothing really changed. I mean, Oregon moved up 1 spot basically.
Yeah, Miami's in the 11 seed, Tulane in the 12. Everyone else is pretty much looks normal.
Yeah, Yeah, so Miami did move up a spot though. So like you said, they're actually in it now, no matter what. So well, no, I guess that's not true because if they
have them starred as like I guess a conference winner. I guess is the star there. They're still thinking that they're going to win the ACC. That's crazy.
No, what it is it's because they're the top ranked ACC team, so they give them that slot. But most likely they won't. So right now, again, if the season ended today, they wouldn't play the ACC title game. So whoever won the ACC championship would actually take that 12 spot away from Miami. They would just take it away from them. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, it was a boring college week. Now, obviously, this week is different. It's a rivalry week, so maybe we'll see some upsets.
We'll see some teams maybe sneak in or just get pushed out, right, of the top.
Yeah.
One of them being Vanderbilt. I just looking at that schedule too. They got Tennessee, who's ranked 19th. If they can win that game, do they move up 2 spots? Do they get in? Do they play in a?
So I'll tell you what's a big game is Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I mean, if Texas was able to win, because Texas, the two teams in front of Texas lost last week, so that helped them out a lot. So if they beat Texas A&M, I don't know if they get into the top 12, but they'd probably be pretty close.
Michigan-Ohio State. If Michigan wins that game, they're going to be right there in the conversation. Yeah. I don't think they will, but
I don't know
if Ryan Day really just can't beat them for some reason, and they win, they're going to play in the Big Ten championship against Indiana and maybe sneak in.
And you got Miami going to Pittsburgh, so that's not a gimme game for Miami.
Not at all.
No, it's not. They just beat the shit out of Georgia Tech.
It's a game they historically lose.
Yeah, if they had been undefeated to this point, I would almost guarantee they lose that game.
Yes, it's a crystal ball fuck up.
Which I hate to say because I'm a Miami fan, but I guaranteed loss there.
Oh yeah.
And if it was a Thursday night, it would be. I mean, put your house mortgage, put your house on it.
It's a noon game, so they might get lucky with some weather unless some snow rolls in or something like that. But I mean, it could be sunny and 40.
Yeah. Pittsburgh's going to try to play spoiler there because they're not bad. 8-3, 6-1 in the ACC.
Yeah, they've been good ever since they switched quarterbacks. So I mean, the only hiccup was the Notre Dame game. Other than that, I think they're like 5-0 since they changed quarterbacks.
Speaking of Notre Dame, what a fucking showing by them. I mean, I know it's Syracuse, but geez, that's fucking nuts, dude. 70-7.
Yeah, it was funny because going into that game, people were saying, "Well, they got to win. They got to win this game by 30 points."
They got to win big. Yeah.
Well, so
how about 63 fucking points? That's how you get yourself a spot in the playoff for sure.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what'll be an interesting game on Friday, and again, this is not a tout show, and certainly don't follow me in college football. So if you want to fade me, go ahead. But I'd be interested to see if Mississippi State can hang around with Ole Miss.
Yeah, I like that.
The Kiffin noise is getting a little out of control, and more importantly, I guess he came out and said he will make his decision on Saturday.
Yeah, I think the university told him that they want him to announce something before that game.
Right. Yeah. So again, they're not going to win the SEC, right?
No.
Ole Miss.
They're not in position to go to the conference championship,
they
right?
Still can. They're 10-1. I think they still can.
They're 6-1 in the SEC.
Happens.
If something crazy, if Georgia,
I'll look at it right now. You guys can continue.
If Georgia loses to Georgia Tech, I think they would get in. Which they're not.
I think they beat. Did they not beat Georgia?
They did. That's what I'm saying. They'd have the same.
Yeah. They're tied right now, so they would. Effectively. Well, Georgia would get one more win, I guess.
Georgia's going to boat race Georgia Tech.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree with you.
But here's my point, or here's my comment, for whatever that's worth. You're going to make a statement on Saturday, the day after you're playing your rival, which should lock you in to a playoff spot. If he announces he's going to LSU, he's out.
Yeah.
So if you're the committee, you can't take Ole Miss without their coach.
Yeah, it's like when FSU's quarterback got hurt. You didn't take FSU when their quarterback got hurt.
Right.
It's the same thing.
It's definitely gonna play a ginormous factor. And
you've got to ding him for that. And if the team is all up in, if he hasn't reassured his team or assured his team that he's going to be there and they're going to make a championship run, that game could be a shit show for them.
So
I think they get in. By the way, I think they're in if they win this game. I think they're into the SEC championship game because they play Georgia. They'll have the same record as Georgia, and they have the tiebreaker.
Well, here's where it gets tricky, though, Tyler. Is let's just say, for argument's sake, Texas does beat A&M. So all of a sudden, A&M, Georgia, Mississippi, Ole Miss, and Alabama all have one loss. And when you start doing like the round robin tiebreakers, you don't know how that works. Yeah.
I'm sure it goes head to head, and then common opponents and shit, and it's all. I think the ACC can have a 6-way tie.
Is the SEC tiebreaker? Is the SEC tiebreaker a coin flip at Buddy Garrity's place?
I hope so. It's a rock paper scissors tournament.
That's a Friday Night Lights reference for the kids at home.
I got you, dog.
How about that is crazy. I mean, I hate the fact that he even has to make it like it's already scheduled that he's going to make a statement. Like that's alone makes me want to take Mississippi State with the points.
See, to me, if he's announcing I'm making a decision on Saturday, to me that means he's staying. That's the way I look at it. You know?
I would hope. Yeah. I would hope.
Yeah.
I think he's staying, but we're going to find out in a couple days.
Yeah.
Who's BYU got this week?
Nobody good. Have you been listening to you listen to McShay's pod at all
good
this week?
I haven't.
Man, he hates BYU and Utah. He's just like, what the fuck are these two teams in the top 15 for? He's like, get them out of, he's crushing those two teams. So it's kind of funny, but
he hates the Mormon religion.
I mean,
yeah, he's like, I apologize to the state of Utah. I got nothing against you guys, but these teams just don't belong.
But both teams from Utah suck. Yeah.
That's funny, actually. Well, we'll see. It should be a shakeup next week when we're back on our regular Thursday recording of the pod. Our Fearless correspondent, One Buck Ant, will be in here doing a deep dive on the college football playoffs. So get your popcorn ready, clear your schedule for Friday over the weekend. Get that information from One Buck Ant at the Casual Chaos Live, all the socials. You can even follow him on X. We'll let him give out his socials when he's here.
I don't know about following my X right now. He's fucking crying about the Bucks left and right. So, but yeah, no, for sure. Definitely give him a follow, but maybe wait until the Bucks win this game next week, hopefully.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right, well, let's get into talking some tickets.
All right. We got this first one here from Rain Man. Rain Man got a nice little 3-leg parlay here. It was $200 bet. He had Seattle's over in points against Tennessee, 26.5. They scored 30. Kenneth Walker have at least, I believe that's 60 rushing yards. And then Travion Henderson to have over 55 rushing yards. Travion Henderson ended up with 60, I believe, or right around that number. So got that one tight. Not sure what Kenneth Walker did. I do know that he hit that, so that is a winner. For for Rain Man, nice winner there. $200 paid out $728, I believe I see there. So very nice, very very nice.
It's a good hit.
Yeah, tough one to read here, but I'll kind of read it out to you. This is from Panny GPT. He had Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, JSN anytime touchdown, maybe the best wide receiver in the league. He did score. Colts minus, I believe that's 3.5. Obviously, we all know that didn't come in, and the Lions minus 13.5 got taken to overtime. That one didn't come in, and I don't believe either of his other things came in. So I think the only thing that hit there for him was probably JSN, because I don't think Kenneth Walker found the end zone. Tough one there for Panny, but keep on swinging. We appreciate you sending them in.
50 would have paid $1,700.
Yeah, it was a long shot, obviously, but throw the Hail Mary. Sometimes you bring them down. Mm. Then we got Spanky here with a nice little 4-leg parlay, all money lines. Just stick to what you know. Don't go with points or anything like that. And the points would have fucked them in every one of these except for the Bucs game, I think. Seattle beating Tennessee. Baltimore actually had a tight game there with the Jets. I think they ended up covering, but and then the Lions beating the Giants, and the Rams absolutely obliterated the Bucs.
Yeah, they didn't cover. They lost by half point.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So thank God he did this money line. So the payout's not as big, but you actually brought home money, so that's always nice.
Nice.
So very nice there for Spanky. Spanky with the dub. Spanky, unfortunately, on the other side was he had the Chiefs -4. Ended up winning that game by 3. So tough one there. Bought that line. Were the Chiefs favored in that game?
Yeah, -4.
Okay.
Yeah, they were. Yep.
All right. So there's a winner, or there's a loser there, unfortunately, for Spanky. And then our last one here. This one's actually mine. I just wanted to actually say that I have won a bet before in my life, even though I talk about it like I never did.
Exciting.
Little college basketball. Didn't watch any of these. Sat at my desk at work and just put this in, just based off the names and the talent. So BYU -5.5, Louisville -9.5, the Raptors -13.5. They won by 40, or 30, excuse me. Crazy. And then UCLA -26.5. All came in, so only a $3.70 bet, but it paid out about $50 there. So nice little winner for me. Get me out off the schneid. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We just used it to lose all of our bets on Sunday, so it's fun.
That'll do.
Love it.
And that's what we got.
Speaking of JSN, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to that. Jonathan Taylor is -115 for Offensive Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
JSN's right behind him at -110.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, man.
Yeah, 2000's in play for him for sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He is certainly helping one of my 10-1 fantasy teams. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let's shift gears. I got college hoops on right now. We've got a killer week. This is a fun time of year for college hoops as we get ready for conference play. A lot of fun tournaments. Jeff, we were talking about that Vegas tournament. What's the funny name? The
Players Era.
Players Era, which translates to we pay people a lot of money to come play here.
Yeah.
Court looks good if nothing else. But
32 million. The teams are splitting 32 million in this tournament. A lot of money.
Yeah,
it's pretty nuts. Pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Big stuff.
Yeah, but it's been fun. You mentioned Houston got upset today. There's some really good matchups. The Maui Classic's going on right now. Yeah. So, any quick thoughts on college hoops?
No, I mean, just sort of echoing what we talked about last week. It's just good to see these top teams playing each other. I mean, it's good to see. I know there's a lot of people who don't pay attention to college basketball until like the calendar flips over, but I always love watching it in November. So I love these games.
I mean, do you think it? Just quick comment, real quick, Jeff. Do you think you get a better feel when the tournament comes around? Because since you start watching around this time, because like I'm one of those people that like I'll watch a big rivalry game or like you said conference play, but I really don't watch until after the holidays when I start paying attention. But
yeah, I mean, yes and no, Bubba. I mean, I think this sport more than any other teams do change drastically over a couple of months.
Right.
Like UConn, for example, they're playing without 2 of their best players. I mean, just as an example, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
if everybody's healthy going into March, they're going to look like even though they look good right now, they're going to look like a different team in a couple of months.
Right.
Iowa State, they won today, but they lost one of their best players yesterday, so you didn't exactly know what they were going to look like today. You know what I mean? So
yeah. So to your point, it's a long season.
It is, and especially because these teams count on these freshmen so much. And those guys definitely grow as the year goes along. So yes and no. I mean, you definitely get a feel. It gives you some nice background information, but what teams look like today, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to look like that in March, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
when you're watching a singular school, Bubba, or you're watching a conference, like we watch a lot of Big East,
right?
So you're watching a lot of UConn. What you see early is either the potential, and you see it gel together, or you see a team start off like red hot, where a couple kids are going off, and then they cool down, and maybe an injury or two, and you're kind of like, that's not feeling like it did.
That's not good. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the tournament itself is such a crapshoot, and it's so dependent on where you're seated and what region you're in,
right?
And the road you have to travel.
Yeah.
That it's really hard to say in November that this team is going to win. But what you can do in November is say, I'm going to keep my eye on these 4 or 5 teams that I think have the ability to win the national championship, right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
Say Bonaventure's gave North Carolina a good game tonight that knocks them to 5-1. But I'm not looking at the Bonnies going, yeah, they're going to be there, right?
Right,
So
if they're a 14 playing a 15 playing a 2, it's like
correct.
That's the type of shit you're looking at, right?
Correct.
Right.
Because if you're an A10 school and you played one of these big boys, and that's the thing too, it's actually gambling chum this time of year,
right.
when a lot of the bigger schools are giving 30, 35 points. I mean, Tyler just pointed out he was laying 26, they won by almost 50. Right.
Yeah.
So when in basketball, when they play these cream puffs, like, the bench is deeper than the starters for the other team.
Oh yeah.
So
sure.
you can make a lot of money early on wagering, which is great. I was 3-0 today, by the way. So that type of thing. But when you get to the tournament, man, all bets are on, not off.
Yeah.
Because
you
just never know what's going to happen.
You find a sleeper team with a bunch of seniors that's played well all year, and if you have your eye on them in November, that's a fucking crazy bet come March,
No doubt.
But I'm looking at the AP top 25 right now. Purdue got 46 votes. Is that what that fucking means?
Yeah. 46 first place votes. Yeah.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
Well, it's a fun time of year, like I said, but Thanksgiving is for the NFL.
Oh yeah.
So let's just get right into the categories. Let's jump in.
Let's do it.
We had another stellar week last week with our picks.
How dare you?
That's sarcasm for the people not following along. All right, what are we starting with?
Gun to the head, lock of the week. What do you got?
Okay, well, you and I are going to go head-to-head on this one. I got the Colts minus 4.5. So they're playing home, and they had a really weird game last week. Looked really good in the first half. Like Bubba said, they kind of disappeared in the second half. Daniel Jones does worry me a little bit. I've never necessarily been sold on him, but again, playing at home, I think makes a difference for them. And I got the Colts minus 4.5. Last week, I had the Ravens minus 13.5. And as I mentioned to Tyler earlier, they only won by 13. So lost by a half point there.
There you go.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had the Lions last week minus 10, and they went to overtime. That didn't work out. They did win by 6. Just wasn't a good game script early on. The Giants came out with some trickeration, and Jameis is, made a couple people look bad. And I can only imagine the defensive back room when they're showing that replay of him just kicking the quarterback to the literally off. Just get the fuck off me, dude. I'm just trying to get to the end zone. So that guy probably had a terrible film session. So moving on from that, and this week I'm gonna take an 8-3 team against the spread, and I'm gonna lay the 10 points with Seattle, because if JJ McCarthy comes out of concussion protocol, then the coaching staff should be put in the concussion protocol. And the backup there, you're going into the 12th man territory. Seattle's coming off a lackluster game against Tennessee where they still dominated the game. So I just think this is a recipe for a bad Vikings trip out west. Caveat, I was going to lay the 5 points with the Niners in Cleveland. Myles Garrett is a scary, scary man. I don't know what the weather is going to be. Since we're doing this on Tuesday, I just went with what looked obvious. So hopefully it's a Captain Obvious play here with Seattle.
There you go. I like that. Myles Garrett scares me too, so I don't blame you there. Yeah. My lock of the week this week, I took the Lions minus 2.5. They're at home. Packers coming into town. I'm just banking on Gibbs having another 300 fucking yards. I think the Lions are poised to win this game. So we'll see. Michael Parsons indoors could be scary, but I think the Lions are a better football team, to be honest with you.
Well, it's a revenge game too from the opener, and I think was Thanksgiving 2 years ago the Packers smacked them.
Yep. I think Dan Campbell gets the W on Thanksgiving Thursday.
Yep.
Yeah. Lions usually play good at home. I am going to go with, and I almost went with a stinky one, which I immediately talked myself out of after our conversations earlier, which was the Jaguars. But I immediately took myself out of that, and I said, you know what, I'm not. I can't bet with them, and I do like Tennessee to a certain degree. So I'm going to go with the Chargers at home. We talked about how atrocious the Raiders are as a team. Chargers coming off a bye, kind of need to get a victory to kind of cement themselves in the conversation for that wild card spot, because they're probably not gonna. I mean, they're not out of it in the division, but they are 2 games back on Denver, so they definitely need a win to kind of get themselves in that conversation for the wild card. So coming off a bye at home, I like their chances against a really bad football team. minus 9.5. And last week I did hit on that one. I had the Bears minus 2.5 against the Steelers, Jeff's Steelers. So
and they won by 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, let's jump into player props. Who wants to lead it off?
Well, go ahead, Tyler. Stick with you.
I'm going to go with Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, touchdown, anytime touchdown. Plus 220. Again, he's just a freak athlete. They like to get him the ball in unique ways as a tight end. Even though Jonathan Taylor is a touchdown vulture at this point with how many touchdowns he has. Tyler Warren's very good. So I'm going to go with Tyler Warren to get in a big game. Like I said, in a big game against the Texans. So go with Tyler Warren plus 220.
I like it.
Yep.
Very good.
What about last week? Oh, you had Shador, right?
Yeah, I had the Shador play. Like I said, it was the longest of the shots, and he wasn't even on the field in the goal line.
Sucks.
took the yelling at the screen away from it. Really, oh, he's not even on the field. Perfect.
Yep.
What you got, Bubba?
So last week I had Stephon Diggs to get in the end zone plus 115. That was a loss. And then I'll go back. My lock of the week was the Bills on Thursday, and they lost outright to the Texans. So anyway, my player prop this week is Brandon McManus, the kicker for the Green Bay Packers, to have over 1.5 field goals made, plus 100. I think they're going to start the game out with a field goal, and then I think they may I think they're going to kick another one throughout that game. He may have 3. I tried to look for 3 made field goals, but I almost took the Lions kicker, but he was obviously way heavier favorite to have over 1.5. And Dan Campbell really doesn't like kicking field goals, so I switched over to the Packers, the Packers kicker plus 100. I like it. I think they're going to kick a couple field goals. So
makes sense.
Logic.
You might want to look at the Green Bay first drive too. Day of, it's probably going to be like 130, 150 to kick a field goal. So double down.
Go, Dash.
Last week I had Travion Henderson with 2 touchdowns. That did not happen. Didn't help that the Patriots lost the left side of their line in the first half, so really couldn't move the ball too much in the second half. Shit happens. What are you going to do? I'm going to stick with what's been a trend the last handful of weeks and who might actually be the number 1 receiver in Dallas. I'm going to take a George Pickens anytime touchdown at plus 110.
Love that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
He's been great. He's been great. He's on my fantasy team. He's been awesome this year.
Yep. And it doesn't surprise me at all because again, if you watched him with the Steelers, he had a ton of talent. They just didn't necessarily throw the ball enough. You know what I mean? So when they did throw it to him, he'd make crazy catches. Now he's a problem. I mean, you're seeing that already in Dallas, but anyway, he's ultra talented, and I'm glad to see him putting up some numbers. So
it's really strange too to have any kind of problems in Dallas. It's such a buttoned up team. It's such a well run organization too.
Top to bottom.
Fuck.
So last week I had Drake May over 250 yards passing. That actually hit. So I got that. I got my only win last week, and this week I'm going Aaron Rodgers. It's a little bit of a gamble because he's not 100% going to play, but although I think he's going to play. So I got Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 touchdown passes at plus 108. So
I'm shocked in knowing that's like he may not play is not just better odds off the rip because he's not healthy like you said.
Yeah. Well, I guess if he doesn't play, I mean, it doesn't really matter what the odds are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if he starts the game though, and then you never know. But
yeah. So that parlay of Tyler Warren anytime, Brandon McManus over 1.5 field goals, George Pickens anytime, and Aaron Rodgers to throw over 1.5 touchdown passes $10 pays out $303. So 30 to 1 or 300 to 1?
Yep.
Not too shabby.
30 to 1.
No.
30 to 1.
Yeah. 30 to 1.
Yeah.
No, not bad at all.
I'll throw that in probably.
Yeah.
So,
I can
like
get
it.
behind that.
Yeah. There's no Shador on it.
Yeah.
I'll lead us off in the underdog.
Let's go.
I'm going to go with the Bengals this week. Ravens haven't been great since Lamar came back. It is a big game, obviously, for the division, but it sounds like Burrow is going to play this week from everything I've heard. And the Ravens just haven't impressed since Lamar has been back. I think he's still hurt. Derrick Henry hasn't looked great since week 2 of the season. So they definitely have some things going on. The Jets gave them kind of a ball game. Obviously, we talked about it. They covered. The Jets did. And the Ravens kind of pulled away in the second half. They looked atrocious in the first half. So maybe Joe Burrow comes back. Jamar coming back from his suspension, I believe, as well. So I probably will have something on Jamar having a bunch of catches just because Joe likes to throw it to him. T. Higgins, I assume, isn't going to be playing based off of his injury last week.
Oh, my gosh.
So, yeah, I just like the Bengals in that spot. It's -7, so I love them with the number and the points, obviously. But for this parlay or this underdog purpose, I will probably have them something on the money line as well.
I like it.
All right. Yep. I hope you're right too, because I'd love to see the Ravens lose.
Yeah.
I think that's a great underdog pick for sure.
Thank you, guys.
So it's funny because I mentioned earlier that me and Ashton are going head to head with one game, and me and Bubba are doing the same thing because Bubba's got the Lions as his lock of the week, and I got the Packers as my underdog of the week. So Packers plus 125. Last week I had the Steelers plus 125. A little bit of a coincidence, and that game obviously could have gone either way, but I took the L and Tyler took the W, and hopefully I'm able to flip that this week. So I got the Packers plus 125 going head to head with Bubba on this one.
Flip it for real. Can you give a quick rationale on that?
The Lions have, I mean, again, like Tyler said, they're playing at home, right? So that that's obviously a check in their favor. But they haven't necessarily looked great. I mean, we talked about, during the live broadcast, I mean, they fired their offensive coordinator a couple of weeks ago. Now, of course, Gibbs had a huge game. Can he do it again? Sure. I'm not expecting it. The Packers already beat the Lions once. I certainly wouldn't be shocked if they beat them a second time. So, plus I got the Packers to win the division, right, in my preseason predictions. So if they're going to do that, they need to win this game. So I'm riding the Packers.
There you go.
Divisional game, anything could happen, but
yep,
Lions just play so good at home, man.
They do.
They do play good at home.
Is Jacobs playing?
I don't know.
Is it injuries with Jacobs or is it?
Yeah, he's got a knee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought I heard something that he wasn't too happy.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't too happy that the backup looked awesome last week.
Yeah, maybe that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, Ash. It's Tuesday, so it's a little early in the week, for that stuff. But I hope he does. I hope he does.
No, I mean the defense can keep him in the game. I would get nervous without my best running back and my best tight end.
Sure.
Who's the best receiver on the team?
Oh no, that I agree with. Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, it looks like Bubba and I are on the same, but I'll give you where I was going ahead of time. I stopped for a while on the Steelers game. I always like taking them coming off a loss, especially at home. The Bills, while it's probably a desperation game, the Bills can't stop the run. And I just see that Steelers, that what is it, 1,200 pounds to the right type thing, right? Where they just they just overpower you with the giant people they have. But the quarterback situation and going against Josh, I just figured, we'll stay away from that one.
Yeah.
I also, who else did I take a look at? Tyler, I did take a look real quick at Tennessee. Just thought it was a nice number. I took a look at New Orleans because the Dolphins just shouldn't give anybody that many points, and just really shouldn't. And I ultimately landed on Houston, just because I think the best unit on the field is that defense. Those two teams always play slugfest. It's typically a 1 or 2 point game in the dome. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the plus 185 is the number I got this morning. So I'm going to put that in as my money line play of the week.
Yep.
I like that. I second all that, but I also like the extra 3 days that they had off. They played on Thursday night. They got, some extra rest. Sometimes it hurts teams. I think it's going to help the defense. I think it's going to help this defense. So I thought about the Bengals too. My pick, my underdog is the Houston Texans. I found a line at plus 189, so just a little bit slightly better, but I'm sure they'll end up being the same at the end. Yeah. I stopped at the Bengals too. I'm going to throw a dig. I don't really like when your best receiver spits on people. So I think he's got a little curse coming for the rest of the season. I don't know if he'll have a big game. I don't know who Joe Burrow is going to throw the football to with T. Higgins out. So I don't know. It just seems like he's I know.
He's gonna have 15 fucking catches.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
big game from Chase Brown.
So
yeah, that potential too.
So are you taking the Bengals or who are you taking?
No, I got Houston.
All right, because on the that's
me.
I'm sorry, I'm stepping on you,
yeah.
Tyler. All right.
Yeah.
No, you're good.
Houston.
They got
all right. So Bubba, we're head to head in both games. Then we're going the opposite way in both games.
Oh,
so.
Someone's gonna win.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna win.
Nah.
Well, it could be a tie.
You got spread in there, so who knows?
Yeah.
True.
So that payout for Packers money line, Bengals money line, Texans money line, 10 pays out 230. So 20-1, 22 to 2-1.
That seems low, doesn't it?
Yeah, that seems low because
we have 3 bets in that one and 4 in the other one.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
With you guys betting twice, they're not going to let me put the Texans to win twice.
You can't. Yeah, you can't.
You can try.
You can't stack them.
I'm button mashing here, and it's not allowing me to do it.
There is
some fun. There is some really fun. If you're a person in Florida or you use the Hard Rock Bet, and I'm sure there's other apps that have different things going on. There's a lot of cool like Thanksgiving specials on there. You can't parlay them, but most receiving yards, most rushing yards, most passing yards on Thanksgiving. Some cool stuff there to maybe tasty odds in there. I mean, you got Jared Goff to be the most passing yards at plus 450. Dak Prescott plus 400. Some fun stuff there that you can maybe flirt around with.
Take some time tomorrow before you start drinking in preparation for Thanksgiving to take a look at and make some clear-headed decisions.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, good stuff. Let's see if we can snap this horrible streak that we've been on with those categories. Again, not a touting show. So. Let's move on to bragging rights. Speaking of not winning.
Oh boy.
Speaking of good performances.
Yes.
Jeff, you want to go over yours real quick?
Yeah, so I had Josh Allen over 219 and a half yards. That actually came in. I had him for 2 touchdown passes. That did not. And again, we already talked about, I had the Ravens minus 13 and a half. They only won by 13. And I had the Steelers money line, and that didn't come in either. So 1 and 3.
Yeesh.
Pays out the same as this one. Jay?
Texans won. Woody Marks went over. Josh Allen threw an interception. However, Davis Mills did not score a touchdown. So thank you very much, General Mills. 3-1. Got nothing.
That would have been a nice one, too. That would have been
Jay,
a nice one.
Jay, if you just took him to throw a touchdown, you still would have got a pretty decent payout. Right?
Yes.
Mean, 25 to win, I don't know, 280, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hindsight's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you idiot.
Yeah. It's just crazy that you thought that he may have run one in, maybe just take him to.
He put his neck on the line.
I wasn't the only one. There was a lot of services that were offering that up. And I mean, to be fair, I could have put any prop in there that would have won. Yeah. It would have given me 4 for 4, but I did it 3-1. Yeah. I'll take the L. I'll hang it.
I think they had a situation where it was like, on the goal line.
Oh, it was there. So yeah, it was there.
Quarterbacks.
They did.
If he's on the Eagles, he has a touchdown. He is not on the Eagles. It's not a win.
2-yard line. Yeah, they were on the 1 or 2 yard line. So for sure.
And Bubba, yours was done perfectly on Thursday, so you didn't even have to worry about this.
Yeah. Bills fucked me Thursday night. So Bills fucked me Thursday night. Steelers fucked me Sunday afternoon.
A lot of fucking.
Yeah, and then that Packers game didn't go over 41, not even close. The minus 338 money line hit though, so
It sure did. Sure did.
You rounded out the bet strong. Rounded out the bet strong. Well, another week, another opportunity. A little NBA action here for Jeff. Get some hoops in there, Jeff. Fuck the fuck the football.
Yeah. So what do I got here? I got. Well, let's start with the game that's playing right now, which is the Sixers. I got them on the money line against. They're playing at home against the Magic, and the Sixers were up 8 points, and the Magic just decided to hit 7 threes in a row. So right now they're losing by 11 in the first half, but long way to go. Other than that, I got Michigan minus 3.5. I got the over in points in the Gonzaga game. They're playing Maryland, over 154.5, and then rounding it out with the Lakers money line against the Clippers. Lakers are at home. They're both LA teams, but this is in the Lakers home arena. So Lakers money line, Sixers money line, and the over in the Gonzaga and Michigan minus 3.5. 25 pays, what's that, 282? So not a huge number, but I won't give it away, so I'll take it.
I'm laying the 6 with the Lakers tonight, so I'm obviously rooting for your Laker play.
All right, let's do it.
All right, Jay.
Yeah, I went Turkey Day special with a little Black Friday sprinkled on top of it. A little garnishment, if you will. So I've got the Lions minus 2.5. I was going to buy that down to 2, and I just said, it's a field goal game or more. So
yeah,
we left the 2.5 at 115. I've got the George Pickens touchdown in there at plus 110. I've got Chase Brown over 50, just ridiculously low, 55.5. I thought about juicing that to 65 to get some plus odds on it, and I realized my payout was still going to be pretty good. So I sprinkled in the Dallas Goedert plus 200 against the Bears. Bears have not been great against the tight end this season or anybody lining up in the slot. Goddard's, after going on a touchdown spree midway through the season, has kind of cooled off a little bit. I just think you're going to get one of those games where it's going to be, rock'em sock'em, rough and tough, cold weather, two lunch pail teams. I see Goddard sneaking out a little Hurts touchdown. So 25 paying 550. So I was very surprised at the odds payout with the 2 minus 115s, but I'll take it.
All right.
Feel pretty good about this one too.
Yeah, I like that. Might ride that with you there. Bubba?
All righty. I am on the Detroit Lions as well. I got them on the money line. Tyler, shout out to Bengals. I got the Bengals with the points.
Yeah.
Got the Bucks to win the game, bounce back, and win their game outright. And then I got Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin to win on Friday night in the Egg Bowl. 25 pays 145 and change. I like this one. Really, only one that scares me there is honestly the Bucks, not the Bengals. It's the Bucks that scare me with Jacoby Brissett coming to town. So I guess I'll know on Thursday if I'm still alive.
Yeah. That Ole Miss one gets weird if Lane is announcing that he's leaving.
Yeah.
But, we'll find out. Hopefully you get to that point. Hopefully Saturday means something to you.
Hopefully I get to Friday.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a weird week. Well, speaking of weird weeks, that's going to conclude the podcast on a Tuesday night. It's 9:00. Follow us at Casual Chaos Live. All the socials, Instagram, TikTok, X. Check out the YouTube channel. Follow, subscribe, like, all the accoutrements that go along with that. Please help us out. Send us your tickets on the Discord at Casual Chaos Live, Instagram, however you want to get them over to us. We'll take them. Glory Days this Sunday. We'll be there at 1:00. Hopefully without the tryptophan hangover. We'll be ready to go in good spirits. We're excited about it. So with that, we're going to leave you. Hopefully you guys will listen to the podcast Wednesday and throughout the week. Everybody have a great Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Stay safe and don't eat and drink more than you usually would.
All right.
Public service announcement.
Enjoy the food, everybody.
See you guys.
All right. Take it easy.
Later.
Hi, everyone. This is Jay Ash, one of the hosts of the Casual Chaos podcast. Podcast you are about to listen to discusses gambling and wagering on sporting events. Please be advised the gambling and sports wagering content during this podcast is for informational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or gambling advice. Sports wagering involves significant risk. If you choose to gamble, please do so responsibly and only gamble with funds that you can comfortably afford to lose. All opinions, wagering tickets discussed, or implied wagers on the Casual Chaos podcast are not guarantees to result in financial gain. You must be 21 years or older or of legal gambling age in your jurisdiction to participate in sports wagering. Please verify the gambling and sports wagering laws and regulations within your jurisdiction prior to placing bets. Listeners are solely responsible for their own wagering decisions and outcomes. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call or text the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-426-2537. We encourage everyone to engage with sports betting responsibly. The host and the Casual Cast podcast assume no liability for any losses incurred as a result of listening to this content.